Hello folks, how you doing? It's Des Catties. What I want to do, I want to start off a little book series which I'm going to add to a playlist. And the first book I want to talk about is one called The Second Meadow by an author called Archie Hill. I got this book many moons ago on a tip-off from a friend at work who actually had a shooting magazine, and I was flipping through this shooting magazine, and there was an article in there written in by someone asking about this particular book, The Second Meadow by Archie Hill, and didn't know nothing about it. There was a little bit of spiel about it, and I thought I'd try and have a search around, but that was prior to us having the internet. You know, that was back in the day. So what I did was I went to the library. I couldn't obviously find it at my local library, so I then obviously managed to find it on their system of all the collated libraries in the area, and they actually come up with it. They actually got it for me, so I read it, returned the book to the library, and then I thought to myself, I'd love to get hold of that book, but as I say, back then it was obviously a little bit more difficult trying to get hold of books than it is now with the likes of Amazon, books and all the rest of it. So anyway, years and years and years later, when the internet came about, I was then able to get my own copy of The Second Meadow by Archie Hill. Now, it's actually absolutely a wonderful book. It was kind of set in the early 80s, I'd say. And the premise of the book really is that Archie spent 3 months living on an estate somewhere in Staffordshire. And he basically lived for 3 months. It kind of looks like it was kind of during the autumn months of sort of August, September, October time. And he basically lived in a US Army pup tent. He had an air rifle, a few other bits and pieces, and he basically lived there for that duration of time. And it's a really lovely book for me. I'll probably put it down as being one of my favourite books I've ever read. There's some lovely little bits that you can get out there with regards to knowledge, with plant-based knowledge and stuff like that. And I think the real gem about it as well is that he often flicks back to his father and his uncle, who's called Conk. And it was back in the day, they was obviously back in the day, they was old poachers. Now, I'm not trying to glamorise poaching or anything like that. You know, these guys weren't going out and shooting, you know, sort of endangered species of animals and stuff like that. This is here UK based. And obviously poaching back in the day was a very serious offence to people that were caught, whether or not they were fined or they were sent to the penal colonies in Australia. So it kind of gives you an idea on the age thing when it comes to actually reading the book. And I must say it's great. I'll definitely give it a thumbs up. It's probably a 5 out of 5 for me if I was to score it. And it's got everything there that you want, a bit of entertainment. He also sort of goes into a little bit about, you know, sort of like how the world is, you know, being, you know, sort of governed by time and things like that, but I won't give too much more away. Okay, so just go over and have a look, you know, go over and have a search out this book. Now, what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description at the bottom to my Amazon affiliate, and so you can go over there and purchase it through Amazon if you so wish, or just use your Google food skills and seek it out from another book distributor if you so wish. Alright, so that's the first book in my series. Okay, that's The Second Meadow by Archie Hill. Alright, so thanks for watching, folks. Please take care. Des Cat is signing out, and I'll see you on the flip side. Take care, folks. Laters.